My name is Jamie Payton, and we're at Abaana's Hope, which is in northern Uganda. Abaana's Hope is a comprehensive Christian community, which means that we have a church, and out of the church are many platforms of ministry. We have a medical clinic, we have a school, we have a child development program, we have life beads, and another one of those platforms of ministry is the Women's Refuge Center. We have up to 5 women and their children inside of the program at one time. We identify these ladies inside the community that have many struggles inside of life. Many of their stories are desperate.
Santa suffers from severe medical conditions, and she was financially incapable of getting the medical care that she needed, and her family was literally waiting for her to die. And God picked her up, brought her to the Refuge Center, and allowed us to watch Him slowly restore her. Recently, she was able to purchase land near the Women's Refuge Center where she is building her otlooms, and she will move there with her son, Dennis, at the end of the month, and she will continue to thrive as God meets her daily needs. And as we continue to be able to disciple her and meet with her and counsel her and love her in the years to come, because God Himself has stepped down into her life to restore her and to redeem her.
And the program provides them with shelter for them and their kids. It provides them with food supplements every month. It provides them with a job so that they can earn money. We put them on a budget program so that they can save money and eventually buy their own land. And at the end of the program, they got their own land, they got their own homes, and God has did all of this. And obviously the primary purpose as we bring women in is to share and demonstrate the gospel inside of their lives.
And each of these families have come from various struggles and challenges in life. Many of them came from destitute situations. Many of them did not know how they were going to feed themselves or their children the next day. And so through God's grace and by His providence, He has brought these families to the ministry so that we could come alongside and help to care for them, help to restore hope back into their lives, to help them be able to care for their children and to be able to care for their families. It has been an amazing thing to watch God transform and change the landscape of the lives of these women and their families. They went from not knowing where they would have their next meal, not knowing if they would survive the week, to planning for the future and how God's going to use them to now reach into their communities and their families. And so we've been able to just share life with them, to grow in our faith with them, and to watch God restore the lives of these women. This is Acholi Beatrice. She's the newest member of the Women's Refuge Center program. She moved in on the 1st of May with her 3 children, and when God brought her here to the Women's Refuge Center, she was living in a very dangerous situation. In the evenings, her son, Dennis, would have to put large bags of foodstuffs over the door to keep people out who were trying to come in and take advantage of her and her children. And so when God brought the opportunity for Acholi to come to the Women's Refuge Center program, we praised and thanked Him for allowing us the opportunity to just be a part of Him restoring and redeeming her life.
Okay, this is LaKay Grace. LaKay Grace is our most recent graduate from the Women's Refuge Center program. And we're standing on her land. After 2 years, she has saved enough money. She had bought these 2 acres of land here close to Abaana's Hope, and she has built 3 structures here. We call them otlooms, her house. This is when we do things, is so that God can be glorified through how He cares for His children. And not only did He provide for her, she's also planted here inside of our community, and she continues to worship with us, serve the Lord with us, and she's a light, a beacon of light for all people here that think they're in a destitute situation. And she is an example of what God can do inside someone's life through this Women's Refuge Center program.